Hey, Anuki here. If you'd like more Co games, show your support on Twitch or join the Discord. Now Jenkins, introduce the commanders, please.
Ahoy there. First off on the field we have our very own loyal subject of Her Majesty, the Allied Commander who answers to, "Are you happy?" Don't let that soft moniker fool you. This protector of the crown hails from the lion-hearted British forces, a vision to behold in an unmistakable shade of red, originated from the exact colour of our beloved beefeaters. Nestled comfortably in the eastern field, our commander is known for liberating that one all-day breakfast cafe from overrun Italian forces in the small, picturesque town of Bath. Couldn't have my morning eggs and bangers threatened, could we? Now let's move along, over to the opposite side of the fence. At the cold west front, we have the latest headache for all our brave boys, the Axis commander known as Alpenwell. This baddie is part of the Afrika Corps, as blue as his freezing heart. The lads in the pub back home tell yarns of his vicious attempt to replace all our precious tea with bitter German coffee in Brighton.
Ugh.
Not the Brighton blend, but was he successful? No, we Brits aren't that easy to dampen down. Tea prevailed, and we've been crumpet dunking ever since. Let's see if today is the day he learns that you can't keep the British spirit down, eh?
Let's see indeed. We got double motorcycle start. Double sappers out. And I saw a comment that said, here we go again. So I believe these players have probably fought each other before. Oh, the map is Twin Beaches. Beautiful map. Double beaches. What's more to say? We're going to see some action starting very, very shortly. We got some Panzer Grenadiers coming out as well. I like to see some Panzer Grenadiers and not just all cheesy Panzer Pioneers. It's not cheese. It's definitely not cheese. But I like to see some core infantry action in the I can't remember how Jenkins says it. Africa. I don't know. It's very wacky. But hey Jenkins, could you tell me more about Twin Beaches? I'd really like to know more about the map. Let's see what he comes back with. In the meantime, very spread out forces, because no one knows exactly where that first engagement is going to be. Bullets traded on the top side. Not contesting this fuel point, though. They had it so easy. They could have capped that.
Ah, Twin Beaches. Brings to mind a delightful memory of a mission back in the days, under Commander Bigglesworth. A character, that one. Our task was to secure the northern beach, ripe with munitions. Precious cargo for our boys on the front. You'd think it would be a walk in the park, with the high ground advantage and all. But the cheeky Germans had other ideas. They'd holed up inside the remains of an old tower, no higher than a man's waist, calling themselves the Castle Kings. The audacity of it. The real kicker came when our sneaky commander bet us 10 bob we couldn't capture their castle without toppling the sandbags near the northern victory point. I, of course, sprang to action immediately, hopping from truck to truck, playing a jolly game of hide-and-seek with the Germans, all under the amused watch of our side's lighthouse. It was quite a hoot. I won in the end, and spent the 10 bob round on the first drinks back at the local. So, Twin Beaches, map of victory and victory pints, if I may say so.
Victory pints. I get it. I get the pun. Motorcycles flanking. I hate it when they do that. They're so mobile. They can get behind your cover. Alpenwell knows that all too well. I got my puns as well, buddy. See how Are You Happy deals with it. I'm going to be calling them Happy. That's names that are sentences. Way too tricky. Lingering around in force in the middle of the map, but they got to beware that flamethrower hurts so much, especially if you're all grouped up, stood on top of each other. Doesn't matter if you're in heavy cover. Everyone's going to get flamed. Doing a great job, though, to force that flamethrower out of the battle. But because they're so concentrated in the middle, it does mean that areas elsewhere are being lost. We lost some casualties down here. Lost some casualties. We lost some folk. That sapper squad there, on the retreat. So now it's just back to looking for things to capture, whilst the UK hide inside their base. Double infantry section back out in the middle. Not a lot of high resources in the middle, though. Fighting over here doesn't offer you too much. Those motorcycles keep going back, I think, just for some quick repairs. Light support company out. What's going to be hitting the field first? Very slow start, this one.
A victory point is being taken from us.
AreYouHappy seems to want to try and keep their forces close together.
Our victory point is being neutralized by the enemy.
It's cost them their fuel point on their side of the map for a brief moment. That's all going to lead to a faster teching for Alpenwell.
Victory point lost. We have vehicles available.
Keep your eyes on the victory points, though. Here we go, L6s. Jenkins, how does someone counter the Italian L640 light tank rushing out, equipped with flamethrowers, just brutalizing all of the Allied infantry on the field?
A unit has died in battle.
Good mine there. If only it was on the L6s. Oh, we're already losing a sapper squad. Humber is out here. Oh, we smashed the goal ages ago, young fuzz. I only expected $100. I think we're above 300.
The Italian L640, a pesky armored nuisance, especially with those flamethrowers of theirs. But you know what I say? Every vehicle has its Achilles heel. I remember this one cheeky maneuver we pulled in Tuscany. So imagine this. You've got throngs of flamethrower blazing Italians charging down the hill who'd probably had one too many servings of anchovy pizza. They're coming hot, and we had nothing but our trusty Crusader 3 tanks, a team of spirited Brits, and an insatiable hunger for Yorkshire pudding. I told my lads, aim for the fuel tanks, boys. We start popping shots, and in a few moments the air is filled with the lovely scent of burning fuel and Italian disappointment. Now, that got them Italians to back off and think twice about roasting us. Every problem has a solution if you've got your wits about you and the right kind of spirit. Just needs a little British pluck, that's all. Bang on target.
Yeah, I mean, that's all you need is just some Crusader 3 tanks. You know, that late game tank that you have to upgrade from the Crusader 2. Just wing that out at 6 minutes in. Bob's your uncle. Very close to losing the L640 light tank there. Instead, it is the Humber that is wrecked, along with the 250. The crew, though, is fine. There we go. They step out. Only one steps out. They've got some smoke to hide behind. Should be quick to repair those L6s. This isn't looking too great of a start for AreYouHappy. Are they happy? No, they're probably sad right now. Their infantry is coming out into the field, not even fully recovered. They've not got bandages. They've not even had like a little kiss on the cheek or anything. Really do with some heals for that. One soldier's fine, 95 out of 95. Great for him. He's probably the only one that's not complaining. Except maybe, why am I with all these injured soldiers? Why couldn't they give me a proper squad? They'll lose models very quickly if they're low on health. Already going for the Panzer Army Command. Once they repair their little tankies. Now, everyone in the Panzer Grenadiers, everyone in the Africa Corps, almost everyone, can repair vehicles because they're a mechanized company.
Command points are available for use.
That's their whole identity. I kind of feel like if all these people bundled up together, they could make a new L6 tank.
Outline defenses and
I'm sure the Queen could probably do that and just mush them all together. She's so strong! So strong. We've still got one motorcycle. Motorcycles are good at scouting. They can have... I mean, you take a look here. They get binoculars. Increased vision when stationary. Not a very active battle replay, this one. But it is Company of Heroes 3 nonetheless. And we are waiting in anticipation for the armies to fight against each other once more. Preparation can be the key. I don't think, though, that Alpenwell is just going to run into your machine guns or your AT guns. Not without clocking them with infantry first. You can also use the motorcycle. Oh, do we want to build a mine? Do we not want to build a mine? There we go. It seems like the sapper squad saw what was happening. Didn't like that the mine was going down there. Got some capping on the bottom. Happy, just kind of want to play it safe at the moment. Got 340 manpower. Is anything going to spring out of the platoon command, or are we just going to hope that the anti-tank gun, the 6-pounder, is going to be enough?
Panzer 3 on station.
Doesn't seem like Alpenwell wants to risk anything at the moment, though. They're pretty happy with their one victory point.
Enemy forces have taken our territory.
That's the thing, though. Like, when you've got time to play around, well, it's fine. You know, Panzer 3, just wait for the Panzer 3. Now what can one 6-pounder do? Let's see. We do have anti-tank rifles out here.
We have surplus munitions to support.
That was a good coordinated strike between the 6-pounder and the anti-tank guns. Panzer 3 is just going to go for it, trying to get behind the AT gun before it gets destroyed. If it can get the L6 with the flamethrower there as well, perfect. We're going to need some stickies here. We're going to need a new crew for the AT gun as well. I think this is going to be a problem. We do have another anti-tank gun that's popped out, though. Oh boy, we're going to need more. They're even going to destroy this 6-pounder so it can't be recrewed. Flamethrower meets heavy machine gun. They decide to retreat the infantry. 6-pounder, is the shot in range? No, we have smokes deployed. You can't fire through smoke. You can't see through smoke. Of course, we can see all. The players, however, they have such a thing as fog of war. We see that fog of war. This is what the players can see.
We have surplus munitions to support the war effort.
You know, not much vision, is it? That's why you need infantry in front. Okay, Centaur, medium tank, pops out. Which means we got the Air and Sea battle group. Centaur, I think, is a great tank. It'll deal with the L6s, no problem. It will hurt the Panzer 3 as well. 2 Panzer 3s, though. It's going to be down to micro. Oh, motorcycle taking a shot. Has it got the speed? I believe it does. Jenkins, what do you think the odds are of the British Centaur 4 medium tank winning against 2 Panzer 3 medium tanks?
Our victory point is being neutralized by the enemy.
I'm very interested to know. And thanks, Youngsters. Like, no, I think you've done enough already. I think you've gone wild, crazy good.
Wait, this is me
The
again?
enemy has taken a victory
D.
point.
It is. Welcome back. I think you just uploaded this one today, didn't you?
Territory
Oh,
lost.
a single British Centaur against a pair of those Panzer III medium tanks, you say? I recall a similar predicament in the rolling hills of Normandy.
Oh, here we
You
go.
see, it might look like our tea's been oversteeped against 2 of those panzers, but remember, We Brits are known for pulling off some downright impossible tasks. Picture this. There I was, helping man the Centaur, the Germans closing in 2 panzers strong. But our tank commander, Old Thick Mick, he had a proper plan. Maneuvering our Centaur with the grace of our beloved Queen knitting a pair of baby booties on a Sunday afternoon. We roamed those hills, using them for cover, singled out each panzer, and took them out one at a time. Now, for our present commanders, with a bit of good British cunning and some sharp shooting, those panzers can be turned into scrap quicker than they can say, "Achtung, baby." It'll be a tough biscuit to crack, but let's sincerely hope old Blighty spits in the face of those odds. Shall we bet a pint on it, old chap?
I'm not willing to bet a pint on it, but Achtung Baby is definitely going on a shirt. You ready for some Ironcast merchandise? That way we can, you know, sell some shirts and get some more money for charity. Oh, okay, Achtung Baby, let's go. 6-pounders out. This is good news. This is great news. Taking out an L6 is fantastic. That's going in the newspaper. Still one more L6 down here, though. 2 Panzer IIIs. Maybe we're heavily investing into this armor. Sure. I guess we just really want to take out this Centaur tank. Relatively peaceful once again. Now there's back and forth battles, and then there's like back and then forth and then back again battles, and this is the latter. There's an engagement, and then there's peace. As we play this almost like Age of Empires, and we just like rebuild our armies. Oh, I got a new Centaur tank. Oh, just add another Panzer III. Let's see, maybe we can build some palisade walls around here. You know what? It'd look awesome if we had some pavements. Oh, you know what? That's the thing that's missing from a lot of RTS games is road building. You remember that in Tiberian Sun?
Pretty popular.
It does seem pretty popular. I can see why against Africa Corps. You know, the armor that they can bring out, you can definitely hit with the Centaur. Like, it, you know, it deals with everything, and it's got good armor. It's got good survivability rating. It's not too slow. Works for me. Oh, OBJ barrages. Give me more, please. There we go, getting some side hits on a Centaur. That's nifty business. Revealing their rear armor. Not too smart of a move. There's that OBJ barrage just on some key anti-tank positions. Seems like a decisive victory for the Panzer III platoon. I think they want to move in for the kill. Well, there's the kill that they moved in on. We're going to move in for even more kill. Are you going to lose any Panzer IIIs here? Jenkins, I just saw 3 Panzer IIIs basically obliterate the whole British army. They're forced back inside their base. They lost their 6-pounder AT guns. They lost one of their Centaurs. They're going to lose their second Centaur if they're not careful. What do you think they should do? No, falling back. No Panzer IIIs were lost. One Centaur. The survivor. With 1 sapper squad to repair. It'll take a little time to repair. And, you know, back and then forth.
That's a sticky wicket for sure. But as we Brits say, keep calm and carry on. Now, with Panzer IIIs knocking on the door and the 6-pounders lost, 1 Centaur gone and the other teetering on the brink, you might think the forces of the Queen are cornered like a rat in a tea shop, but let me tell you a story. Back in
Okay.
Beijing, we were down to our last teapot
Beijing,
and a
of
kettle
course.
surrounded by an army of sauerkraut-eating Huns. Did we throw in the towel? Of course not. We brewed the strongest cup of tea known to man,
Oh, God.
restored the morale of the lads, and gave the Bosch what for. So what our boys need to do now is retreat, regroup, and brew some of that war-winning British spirit. They'll hold the line against all odds, give those panzers a proper welcome, and remind them of a truth as plain as the nose on your face. You don't mess with Her Majesty's subjects. Oh, that second centaur better brace itself for a good thrashing at chess tonight.
What? Okay.
0P3 lost. They don't call me Desert Fox for nothing.
Oh. There's more Panzer IIIs. I'm liking it. I like the tank platoon. We're gonna roll in and rumble. What the hell has the British got? More anti-tank guns. And I want to see more Oberche barrages as well. Those anti-tank guns are prime targets. Oh. Trying to find out where you are with a bit of a recon flare. Extending the range of their vision in that area. Probably doesn't see you, though. Probably just out of range. What a chill match. You can see the AT guns creeping up. Infantry in front, I like. This is great, this is great, this is great. There's a wide span. Going for the territory. Like, you'd think, like, oh, why not bring this down here to advance? Well, why? Like, why go for this? Send a pointless, useless sapper squad. I mean, their role is actually key. It's really important. They need to not lose that. Oh, that's just triggered a wrath. Centaur spotted. Oberche's launched. Gotta make sure we don't see some friendly fire here. Oh, cinematic as hell. I think that's a decisive victory, surely. Happy doesn't want to throw in the towel yet? The Centaur's just, like, down here bumbling around. Retreating squads right through a tank platoon. Not ideal, is it? There's that Centaur. You're gonna need some of the strongest brew I've ever seen. Ever tasted. My god, I'm out of breath now. Oh, you said you didn't lose any Panzer IIIs. The cheek!
So far.
Wait, I used to have a YouTube channel? No, I still have one. It's called Ironcast. Now, that was my old channel. So far, I see. Yeah, that's the new channel I've made just for Smite. Well, it's going to be a general channel in the future. But it's the Ironcast channel that you're looking for the RTS casts. I'm separating it out now. Because I just don't see a lot of crossover, really. And I like it that way. I think it's nicer that way. Okay, congratulations on your victory, Alpen. Wait, this still goes on for another minute? How can I deal with it? Oh, we want to get some tips and advice. I mean, essentially, they just let you kind of build up. They were very nice. The early L6, I think, like, their Humber was fine. It just didn't do the micro it needed. Yeah, along with the boys' AT rifle, like, those two things, that Humber came out, like, at a perfect time. Like, that was fine. That coupled with the AT rifles, I think is good. Nice to see some advice at the end. You know, interesting, like, exchange at the end. Then I will lose fights. I don't think you would. I think you'd be able to fight that. Didn't get to finish the exchange, though. Oh boy.
Hey, Vivi here. I edit and upload the videos here on Ironcast. If you want to see Anuki cast more, then like the video, leave a comment, subscribe, come along to the Discord, do anything to let him know. Anuki would love to cast more if you'd like to see more.